think this is the first time I'm checking in today. It's just before 11 o'clock, about 10:50 on Wednesday. I have taught 2 classes. I'm going to be teaching the second half with my switch class in about 15 minutes. And in between all of that, I've been watching the impeachment trial proceedings on the news, because that's obviously a big news story and it's on. And I've only heard pieces of it, but the piece that I heard earlier was the prosecution like presenting their case and like showing clips of the words Trump used prior to the attack on the Capitol, like the day of and then the days leading into it. And I don't know how you could see all of that footage and evidence and not think that he should be held responsible to some degree for what happened. Like, he clearly was inciting people to do what they ultimately did. So for the people that don't think that this is something that he should be convicted of, I just don't understand it. So I'm doing that, and right now I'm just in the middle of like trying to update grades. I just have a few grades that I need to get in there. Our trimester ends Friday, which is shocking. Like, I've spent 2 out of 3 trimesters teaching virtually, again with no clear end as to when that's, or no clear indication as to when that's going to end. And so we're getting ready to head into the 3rd and final trimester for students, and it'll be interesting to see if they get to come back to school in any capacity at any point. But as far as today, in my homeroom class, we only did language arts. So we just did the first read of the play for Anne Frank. And so I showed them a video clip very quickly that just reminded them of the elements of drama. I found this on YouTube because I want to make sure that when they are reading drama, they understand like why it's formatted the way that it is. Why are portions of what they're reading like talking about where furniture is placed and whether lights are on or not. So we watched that, and I also found a very short like interview with Otto Frank, which is Anne's father, since this play is like based on the aftermath of everything with Mr. Frank. And then we did the vocabulary annotation, and we listened to the play. And then I definitely made sure to have them identify, like after we watched that video, I made sure that they looked at the first 8 paragraphs in Study Sync and made sure they recognized that this was not dialogue here. These were just stage directions, and made sure that they could identify who were the characters that were going to be present in this portion of the play, and that they knew that this was a dramatic interpretation of Anne Frank's diary, so that it's based on real events, but what is actually happening in the play may not have necessarily happened. That may have just been added for dramatic effect in some cases. So we did that. And then I introduced them to a game that I'm going to have them play through Civics. My switch class will have more time to play today because they have more time with me. But the game from Civics is called You Have a Right. And basically they are running a law firm. So they have this law firm, they're running a law firm, and all these clients are going to be coming in with these scenarios. And so the students have to decide if the scenario they are being presented with is a legitimate legal claim that this person can make. Like, do they have a constitutional right to say that one of their Bill of Rights has been violated. So I think there's 7 rounds. It goes over a course of 7 days, and they kind of have to read through what the potential client is saying and decide if they have a right. And if they do, they have to match them up with the appropriate attorney. That attorney will go to court, and if they've matched them up correctly, the attorney will win the case. But if they don't match them up correctly, the attorney will lose the case. And so the goal is, you want to be efficient with your time as your clients come in, because they'll come in, you know, multiple at a time, making sure that you match them up with the proper attorney so you can win your case. And then you win these like prestige points. And with your prestige points, you can upgrade your law firm by like buying new furniture. You can hire new lawyers that are specialized in different areas of the Bill of Rights. And there's something else I feel like, oh, you can run ads in media and stuff like that. So they're going to be playing that after we finish going through the first read of Anne Frank in my switch class, and then my homeroom class will get that time tomorrow. And I do give them a grade, like a participation grade, I should say. So at the end, they have to take a screenshot or download the image of their certificate they get when they finish. That gives them the rundown of their stats. And that's how they get their points. So that's what they're going to be doing today. I'm not sure after this. I want to show you the game. Maybe I will in just a second. But I don't know that I'll be vlogging a ton today because after this class, I have a phone call with CJ from Real Rap with Reynolds. I have to talk to him about something, and then I have a training that I need to attend, and I'm not sure how long that training is. And I really, really need to focus on like getting my grades all updated because I don't want to spend a good portion of my 4-day weekend working on grades. Plus, I already have this like deadline that I need to kind of work on. So I want to be as productive with my time as possible. But let me see if I can show you the game. I'm just going to load it really quickly. But if you're not using iCivics while we wait for it to load, I would highly recommend that you do. It's a resource that I should have been using last year, but I just didn't really know about it. But they have a lot of fun activities. The kids seem to enjoy it. When I was explaining it in my homeroom class, one of the students was like, oh, that sounds like fun. So I had started playing this game a while ago because I wanted to see what it was like. So my law firm's name is Robinson and Say It because that was the partner that I chose. And I'm on day 5 of running my firm. So you open up the game. Okay, so you open up the game and you can see I'm in my law firm. This is me. I'm at the start of day 5. These are all my attorneys right here. So I've hired 3 attorneys, and these let you know what amendments they specialize in so that I can adequately match up my clients. So you see I have clients just coming in. So I'm gonna go talk to this lady first. And one person just left because she didn't have anywhere to sit, which is not a good thing. And so this person wants to know, she witnesses a bank robbery and said the suspect wore sunglasses. A police officer saw me walking to school in sunglasses and she took them from me. Did I have a right to say she couldn't take them? So I'm going to say she did because that sounds like something was taken from her without a warrant. So I'm going to say you have a right. And I'm going to tell her we have an attorney that's present that can help you. And I believe this one is the 4th Amendment. I think that would be it. So I'm going to take her to this attorney. I just lost another client. He's sick of waiting. So I'm going to take her to this attorney here. And they're going to talk. I'm going to say it's the 4th Amendment. It's a match. They're gonna talk, and then, so I matched it up correctly, so they're gonna go to trial. So I'm gonna go back over here and address the other clients. Now, as I'm working, if I'm not using my time effectively, I lose my prestige points there, and another client just walked out. So you need to kind of like manage your time. Oh, he just left. So I'm gonna go over here. So it just kind of goes like that. You'll get different scenarios, and they just kind of go through it. They have 7 rounds, so they run the firm for 7 days, and then they're done. So that's what they're going to be doing. So far, I've won 5 trials. I've lost 1, so not too bad. But yeah, so I'll check in with you at some point later on. Just not sure when, but I just finished lunch. And before I face you guys, I need to make sure I don't have lettuce in my teeth. 1 second. Okay, I think I'm good. I just finished lunch. I had some leftover brown rice from yesterday. I love it. Brown rice with a little bit of garlic salt, butter, and feta cheese is one of my favorite things to eat. And I had it with this salad from Trader Joe's. This one I have seen week after week, and I've always wanted to try it because it looks good in theory. It's called the Pasadena salad, and it's called the Pasadena salad, so I just thought I'm gonna like it because it's called Pasadena and I live very near there. But I didn't like it. I didn't love it. I think I didn't love it, because it's made with iceberg lettuce, so there were a ton of these little trashy pieces of lettuce in it, and it was just okay. Like, I probably wouldn't buy this again. In case you were wondering, what salads to try or to skip. I'm not a huge fan. And while I'm doing that, I'm continuing to watch the impeachment trial. They're on a break right now. And the person that was just presenting was like just giving a timeline and showing footage from in the crowd and like all that stuff. And again, it's pretty apparent to me anyway. So it's about to be 12:50, which means Hawk Academy is getting ready to start for me in just a couple of minutes. We're gonna go over our article of the week. This week's article focused on the little kid who was like 10 years old who cashed in on the GameStop situation. So we're gonna do that together, and then that ends at 1:30, 1:35. 1:35. I might have to end it a few minutes early, and then I have to take a phone call with CJ, and then I have my training at 2. So I mostly checked in to let you know I didn't love this salad from Trader Joe's. It's not terrible. I obviously was able to eat it and finish it, but I didn't like, this is one of many. I already took out like 3 of these before I started eating it, and it's just that part of the lettuce that is just in the way, and I don't like it. So that's what I really wanted to share with you guys. Good afternoon. I don't know if you guys are crooked because you're sitting on top of a paper towel holder that is sitting on top of what is technically like a canister, so I apologize. It's 3:22. I just finished the training that I had to go to. That was about an hour long, and now I'm downstairs. I just let the dogs out, got them from behind the gate in the little laundry room because that's where they stay during my teaching day. And then I took them outside to use the potty, and now I'm just cleaning up my little lunch mess. And then I'm gonna go upstairs and check my email because I hear emails just coming in as I'm down here. And I'm quite honestly tired of email. So I'm gonna check my emails, get ready for the next day, and take a look, well, work on my grades. I think that's what I need to do. I need to work on just getting my grades as close to being done as possible. And then I'm gonna cook. And then I'll see what I feel like doing after that. Tonight, I'm having Mexican turkey meatballs with pepitas, rice and spicy cilantro sauce. And this one takes 40 to 50 minutes, but I think it's because the rice takes a while to cook. So I need to cook, get some grading done, which shouldn't be too hard because everything is just gonna be imported from Google Classroom, and map out some videos that I am responsible for putting together for a couple of different brands that have deadlines. So I'm gonna end the vlog here because I have things that I need to really make sure I'm focusing on. If you enjoyed today's vlog, please give it a thumbs up. I'm trying to think if there's anything else about today that I wanted to share. I did want to share, I don't know how good of a job I did showing you guys that Civics game. I feel like it was a little all over the place, but I do want to let you know that my kids really seemed to like it. I checked with them at the end of class because what I ended up doing was I offered the person that had the most prestige points at the end, I offered them like a little bit of extra credit. And so when class was up, I kind of asked them how it was going, and they all seemed into it. Like they had, they were excited because they had bought new furniture for their law firm. Some of them had dogs and pets, which is a part of the game that I didn't really investigate too much. Like, it all sounds silly, but having things like dogs and pets and extra chairs in your law firm makes it so that your clients that come in stick around a little bit longer because they have a place to sit and they have pets to interact with. So they were feeling good about that, and they were like giving me their case rates, how many cases they won versus how many they lost. I don't know where to put this bowl, so it's gonna sit there. So that went well. So I feel like what I want them to feel about the Bill of Rights, they have a good sense. So when I gave them a couple of scenarios just from my game, they had a good sense of like what amendment that was versus which one it wasn't. Like, they don't have the amendments memorized word for word, but they seem to have a good grasp on the gist of each of the amendments, or on several of the amendments at least. Excuse me, I can't talk today. And that was the ultimate goal. So we're gonna move on from the Bill of Rights. Tomorrow is our last day of the week. It's our Friday because we don't have school this Friday. And I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do. My homeroom class is gonna have time to play that game. But I'm not sure what I wanna do in language arts because we'll have this 4-day weekend. So I kind of need to figure that out. But anyway, if you enjoyed the vlog, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do that. If you're not following me on Instagram, please join me over there as well. As always, feel free to leave a comment. I will do my absolute best to respond to them. I think I'm like 2 days behind on comments because I've just been either sad or busy. So I'll get to them as soon as I can. And if I don't, again, please don't take it personally. And as always, I hope that you are well. If you're not well, please be well. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.